video. Let's make a video. What day is it? Day 4? Day 1? Day 2? Day 3? Day 4. Awesome. Hello guys, today is day 4. I almost can't believe it because that means we're more than 1/10 into 30 days of vulnerability. Time already flies. I love that. I remember because I did a 30-day YouTube challenge in end of March last year. That was in German, and that put me onto the highway of making YouTube videos, and it was amazing. And I know though that in the beginning, because I didn't know that much about, making videos, editing videos and all that stuff, it was a lot of work, but those 30 days went by like that, and I fucking loved it. So when I decided to do this recently, I was so pumped to commit to another 30-day YouTube challenge and to just make a video every day. I know it's challenging, but I know it's also a lot easier now than it was, 9 months ago. This is my first full day here in Venice Beach in California. And I was driving, as people do here. I rented a car last night at the airport, and so I was driving today, and I was just taking care of some errands, and anyway, I was listening to this awesome, kind of high vibe, high energy music in the car, and I loved it. And then I was thinking about, what's the video gonna be about today? And I had one already planned, and I had all these notes taken already. And then I thought, man, I kind of want to make like a high energy video, because the topic I was gonna talk about, not that it's, extremely depressing, but, vulnerability. And I thought about that on the plane yesterday coming here from Mexico. It's like a lot of the topics that I wrote down as ideas to talk about for these 30 days, I mean, they're kind of sad in many ways. Not all of them, but most of them are a little bit sad. They are, very raw and super honest, and it's a lot of stories about things that other people wouldn't talk about. So yeah, when things are attached with shame, they just become a little bit heavy. And anyway, so today I decided to make more of a happy video because I just felt like that was good for the agenda. So I think just kind of add in some happy vulnerability videos now and again, because I don't want this to be a depressing challenge. I don't want this to be depressing 30 days because, as much as I have gone through my depressive phases in life, and as much as I still do, and as much as I still experience sadness and loneliness and stuff, it doesn't dominate my life anymore as much as it used to, by far. And I don't want to convey that as well, because generally I would definitely say that I'm more of a high energy human being. And so anyway, so today we are going to talk about the flow, because today was such an awesome day. It was a day of flow where things happen just like too easy, like you don't have to barely do anything and just awesome things happen. And it's almost like the universe conspires for you to just be in the flow and for the puzzle pieces to come together. And so today, that's what it felt like. I guess flow also to me means that, everything feels light and at ease. There's no forcing, there's none of that. It's just flowing. Maybe a tiny bit of context. The reason why I flew to Los Angeles yesterday is that I have kind of planned for the last few months to come here, back to California, to go to a very specific place and spend a few months there to see if I like it in the long run, to maybe turn it into a sort of home base. Because I left Bali in September last year, and after having lived there for about 1.5 or 2 years, or let's say having had it as a home base to navigate the world from. And so I left in September, and I realized it's just not my place anymore. That chapter is closed. And so I've been traveling for the last, what's that now, like 3 months or so, a lot. I've been on planes a lot, I've been just all over the place, all over the world, and I'm tired. And it's not that that was planned that way, because I really enjoyed having a home base like Bali. And after years of traveling, that was awesome, that was beautiful, there was community, I had my routine, it was really great. And so I have been thinking about, well, what's the next place gonna be? This place came up that I visited last year in April, and it's called Encinitas. It's just north of San Diego, about 2 hours from here, from LA south. And I spent a few weeks there last year, and I really, really enjoyed it. I had everything kind of planned up until this point to fly into LA on the 4th of January so that I would then spend a week here in Venice or wherever, and then go down to Encinitas and kind of plant my ass down and just give it a shot. And give it a shot as in, building up a routine, finding a home, making friends, building a community of awesome people to hang out with. Just, kind of do what people do when they have a home. And that's a concept that is not very deeply rooted in my life and in myself, because I've had a very nomadic life since I was a teenager. And so that's the context of why I'm here. For now, I'm just here in this LA area for a little while until I go down to Encinitas next week. So for me, having had this just day of flow happening on my first day of arriving back here means a lot. And that's why I'm making this video, because I know what it's like being in places where there is no flow, where I'm clearly not meant to be there. And I was recently, for example, in Medellin, Colombia, and as much as the city's awesome and Colombia's great and the people and everything, it just wasn't my place. That it didn't flow. And I was there for a whole month, didn't flow. This has happened in some other places, and Bali for me was a place of flow. And today was a great day, and even though I'm not in Encinitas, it doesn't matter. I feel like when ease and lightness enters my life, it means that I'm on the right path, and so I'm in the right place. And so, for example, for one, I had no idea what Airbnb place I booked, because I booked it literally a day before. And I'm here, and it's a really awesome apartment. I love it. It has great energy, and it's super clean. It's super brand new. Maybe I'll show it to you in another video in the next few days. But I really love this place. I could totally live here. So that's awesome. And then this morning, I got up at like 8 maybe, and I had a pretty good sleep. For being in a bed by myself, that was a really good sleep. And anyway, so I've been meaning to go to breakfast, but then that didn't happen, and I had a lot of stuff to do for my business and online and making videos and uploading and lots of stuff. And then the guy that owns the apartment or runs the apartment, he came over and had to sort some stuff out, and he brought me a heater because it's quite cold, even though I'm in fucking California, Southern California. And then I didn't know, okay, well, it's not gonna be breakfast, it's gonna be lunch. So I wanted to go 12, and then I wanted to go 1, and then I was like, oh, should I go here? Should I go there? And so eventually I left. It was like maybe 1 o'clock, and I decided to go to the Gratitude Cafe. And it's this really awesome vegan restaurant, absolutely love it. I walked in, and I sat down at the bar, and I just sat down and started reading the menu. And then I could see that someone else was sitting down just a few seats further down, and someone was then like, hey, Connie. And I turn around, and I do get this quite a lot because I have a lot of readers, blog readers, and YouTube subscribers and stuff, so I get recognized a lot. But then I turn around, and it's this friend of mine that I was meaning to meet up with in the next few days, because she arrived late last night, but I didn't really know when. But anyway, we hadn't been in touch for a few days, and then we both walked into the same fucking restaurant at the same fucking time, sat at the bar. And here she was. It was just such a divine timing. And it was literally like, thanks universe, we don't even have to call each other. We're just, we're just here at the same place at the same time. So that was awesome. We had a great chat. We caught up. We're not super good friends. I actually just met her in Berlin a few months ago, but she's a really good friend of my best friend, Francie, who I was just with in Mexico. And so she hooked us up to meet up here. And anyway, so that was awesome. I just love those moments. And then I do some shopping, and then I go to Whole Foods. And you know, walking around Whole Foods, and I get to the cosmetic section and looking for, you know, like a shampoo or toothpaste and whatnot. And so then I'm down there, and I see this girl chatting to another girl, and I like recognize her voice. And I'm like, whew, but I can't really see her face. And anyway, so I'm just like, you know, checking out the toothpaste section and just listening. I'm just like, man, that voice is really familiar. Eventually I get a glance of her face, and I'm like, fuck, that's the girl that I've been following on YouTube for a little while, or, you know, watched some of her videos. And I'm like, fuck, like, what are the odds? It's my first day in fucking Venice. I know she lives in Venice, but she just moved here or something. She's a super sweet girl, makes awesome videos. Her name is Claire, and I will link to her channel up here. Anyway, so I'm just like, fuck. Should I go up? Like, it's not something I do at all, because I get approached a lot from fans and followers and stuff, and it's not something I've ever done really, I think. But I felt like I just had to do it. I'm like, fuck it. So eventually I did go up, and you know, she brought her beautiful bicycle into Whole Foods and just parked it there while she was checking out the candles. And so I was just like, you know, hey, you know, awesome bike, a really cool bike. And so then we got chatting, and I asked her about if she has some recommendation for a toothpaste, because I don't know any of the brands. And anyway, so that, you know, it was just a really cute, you know, awesome little conversation. And I just thought that was pretty hilarious to run into someone whose YouTube videos I really, really enjoy, because she's a very young girl, but she's a very smart and wise soul. And I really urge you to watch some of her videos. And then I go and I do my laundry at the laundromat, and then while my stuff is in the dryer, I go and get a haircut. And there's so many places to get your haircut here. I specifically wanted to go to a barbershop. Anyway, I chose one because I didn't know which one, and I went there, and then this guy with like full body tattoo, I swear to God, his whole face was tattooed, every little inch of his body was tattooed. And he cuts my hair, and we get talking, and we have this really awesome conversation, and he's super interesting. He was telling me all these stories about moving to Moscow next week and opening a barbershop there, and you know, he's traveled all his life, and it was just super awesome, and just super interesting, and just connection, you know. And so yeah, again, this whole day was just full of connections, even though I felt a bit weird this morning to be all by myself here. And so that happened, and then I had this guy come over, like I said, with the heater, and then you know, he told me, we were talking as he was installing the heater, and you know, we're talking about how I kind of want to move to California and visa, and how that might be an issue. And then he's like, oh, you know, well, you have these options and that options, and I did it this way, and it was really easy. And hey, you know, I'll get you in touch with my visa agent guy. He's a German guy, but you know, he lives here and offers all these services, and he's really cool. And so he got me the contact details of this German visa agent guy here in Long Beach. And so that happened, and I can keep going and on, but the essence is all these things are happening, and it just felt like a really beautiful day of flow. And maybe these moments are just really special and flowy for me, but I felt like sharing them. Oh, and one extra thing was that I got an email from two friends of mine, Lisa and Lauren, who are an awesome, beautiful lesbian couple down in Southern California, around Encinitas, and they invited me to come and work at their little co-working loft that they just started recently. And you know, it's just like, yeah, like it feels like I'm supposed to be here. I'm feeling just like everything's kind of falling into place already, and so yeah, you can just feel it when you're in the right place. This is it. I know this is, wow, 60 minutes of just talking. If you made it this far, awesome. I don't plan on making every video this long. But yeah, flow, it's probably one of the best things when it enters your life. So yeah, 2017, I already love it. Thank you. Lots of gratitude. you guys, let me know if you guys have any questions, put in the comments, or share maybe stories of flow that have happened in your 2017 already. And yeah, other than that, just, you know, I always love to have a thumbs up or a subscribe push. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow in the next video. That'll be day 5. That's already the 6th of 30 days. I'm really bad at math, so I'm gonna leave it at that. Bye!